can still smile because they have a major road. Have you been to Okeafa? Just the other side of Magboro, along the same line on the expressway with Areko. Okeafa is another bad place. But what I'm saying is as simple as this governor, yes, I don't like the way he responded that, I mean, you don't call people barking dogs. You don't call the people who put you into power barking dogs. That is completely unacceptable. And I feel that as a leader, he should be remorseful and tender his apologies. But having said all of that, I want to assure you that he's doing some things in some places. Like I said, the place will face you, now you know, place. It's not about Areko alone. Not about Areko alone. It's touching some. Okay, there's a place, Obafemi Wode, somewhere in Obafemi Wode area. Terrible place, very slopey, accident. People, villagers were being killed on a regular basis because they want to cross the road. I got there and I was surprised. That place is open and it's all tarred. So you see, my experience is a bit different from yours because I have seen some jobs being done. And it doesn't mean that I'm saying it is okay. What I'm saying here is the governor should listen to the people. We want to see you in Ibafo. Ibafo. We want to see you in Okeafa. Some areas are bad, but some areas are terrible. Okeafa is terrible. I've been there. Ibafo, oh my goodness. Then we need him to look into the Mowe market. That place is a place that I feel that buying what you are going to eat directly without touching the fire, without being cooked is risky.
All right, just a minute, Binabo. We have a call. Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, Rudy. This is Mr. Bole.
Yes, good morning, Mr. Bole.
Hello.
Good morning.
I heard a couple of things Madam Binabo has said this morning. But please, let me softly differ with a couple of things you have raised. You've said so many beautiful things this morning. But I don't know if I heard you well when you said we should beg the governor. Like you said, see, I believe one thing, we are shaped by our various experiences. And that is what everyone is bringing to the table this morning. I have been to Ogun State countless times. I'll be moving to Ogun State pretty soon. And if you'd agree with me, we all want the best for our country. But my question is, as a Nigerian citizen, am I supposed to beg for infrastructure before it is being given to me? And when I speak about it the way I feel, I will be clamped on and you infringe on my human rights because you feel, see, I don't believe if you cannot take the backing of the citizen or the residents of your state, you have no business in power. I understand the fact that Ogun State ought to have been, the road ought to have been fixed administration after administration. But mark my words, if Governor Abiodun leaves that place today, we will start calling the other person. But while he is there, I will call him out vehemently. And he will not infringe or infract on my rights if I call him out. And what he has been doing, I agree. I say thank you to him. But it underscores the fact that you call me a citizen, a resident, backing door. Thank God they have called that out this morning. But I want to ask a question. Are you saying we should beg them before we get the dividends of democracy? Why were they elected in the first place? Yorùbá will say, Attorney, our leaders were, meaning they are not like a bee. You don't just want to jump on them. Let them pick what they want to pick and make the society work for each and every one of us. You won't beg a Trump. You won't beg the Canadian government. You will tell them this is what you want as residents of the country. Governor Abiodun, I have been hearing so many things about him, and even the way he threatens OAPs, journalists, speaking about roads. And I far say no to all these things. If it does not do it, those in the media that are his psychopaths, his trolls, go about doing that. And it's a no-no for me. So I need me to be blinded by what he's doing, because to me, he's only trying to suppress the voice of the people who shouldn't be so. Not all insults at people. Not all money are the problem. Fix the problem. And let's move on. If I beg him now, start begging the next governor is coming in. Please, are you telling me to start begging him? That's my question this morning. Good morning, ladies.
All right, thank you very much, Mrs. Oboli, for calling and pointing all of that out, because normal now we vote for you, now you did it. So the work you're supposed to do for us. So person where they all of these roads we no good now, why can't they beg you every day? Come and do it. Yeah.
I'm going to interject. At what point did I say we should beg the governor? I don't think I said anything like that. Maybe she misunderstood what I was saying. I had mentioned it that Governor Biodun should relax, go back to what he said, and apologize to the people. I said it with my full chest. I don't beg people to you see, I have a mindset. When you are begged to do something that you're supposed to do, you don't deserve a thank you. Please. I even say it in my home. I didn't say we should beg him to, nobody, that was a part that Ms. Oboli didn't hear properly. What I said was, do your job by every iota of purpose. Be driven by your promises. They promised us before they came on board. They promised us before they were voted into the various offices. So they should live up to their promises. But what I'm saying is that I'm not going to sit here and talk about...
Sorry to interject, Sibina, but we have a call. Hello, good morning.
Hello, once again. This is Benedicta. I want to let you know that if these people are going to work, they would work. It's because they don't want to work. I lived in Okiafa before I moved to Ojodubega. I lived in Okiafa for 18 years, 2005 to 2023. Okiafa is hell when it rains. You are either going to be locked out because of the rain, and that's really small stream, but once it rains or the dam is opened, you cannot cross to the other side. So once you're out, you're out. Once you're in, you're locked in. You have to be looking for so many people have to cross that big river when it comes by foot to the other side to be able to go to work. Children have to be packed to cross the road. Now, I'm telling that the other, if you want to do it, do it. But if you don't want to do it, leave it. History is writing something in your name. In your name. Continue in what you are doing and be telling yourself that there's nothing anybody can do because you are in power. Power is transient. You will leave. You will leave. Thank you, lady.
All right. Thank you so much, Benedicta, for calling. All right, Ibina, let's have your concluding thoughts, and then we get to hear from Susan.
Please, I can't wait to hear from Susan, please. See, when we listen to the program, we should listen with open minds. Don't listen from your own point of view alone. Be open. I've not come here to come and... What I'm saying is as simple as, and good enough, the last caller mentioned Okiafa. I mentioned Okiafa. Okiafa is horrible. The road there is horrible. Sincerely, if you dash me a house in Okiafa, I'm not going to take it until that road is constructed. So, and also, I don't know when I said we should beg. I don't beg. You know me. I'm known that I don't beg government. I don't beg government. We tell them, you have made these promises, you must fulfill your promise. Otherwise, we hold you accountable. However, I'm mentioning one or two places that I have seen that I was shocked, that used to be horrible, that now had been constructed. So I am not going to say, because I'm not happy with this response. You don't call people dogs. We are human beings. We're not dogs. So, and I said it earlier that he should tender an apology to the people. Because when you call people dogs, you don't call people names. You are a governor. You should lead by example. However, I'm not going to take back what I said concerning the places he had constructed. Me, I see them with my eyes. And it doesn't mean that it should not visit those areas, terrible areas like Okiafa, terrible areas like Ibafo. Something must be done and should be done about those areas. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Binabo, for your thoughts on this. All right, Susan. All right, before then, it's about 25 minutes to 10 right here on your Women Radio WFM 91.7, and this is Highlands. Feel free to send in WhatsApp messages to 0703175657, or better still, do what to dial the number 07000 or 09155 We'll definitely love to hear from you this morning. And we're looking at the reports coming from Daily Trust this morning of Ogun State Governor, calling those who criticize, his criticizing him over bad road as backing dogs. So let's get to hear your thoughts on this, especially if you live in this Ogun State that we're in. What do you think about the state of the roads, especially where you are? And how far do you think, on the government efforts as regards the road that you have been, using every other day? Let's get to hear from you this morning. All right, Susan, let's hear your thoughts. I don't know when last you entered Ogun State, just Susan, but how far?
Okay, so for me this morning,
okay, let's pick this call first. Hi, good morning.
Hello?
Yes, we can hear you. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, what's your name? Where are you calling from?
Program you are having this morning.
Thank you.
Are you hearing me?
Yes, loud and clear. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Okay. My name is Sam from Mowe.
All right, Sam from Mowe. Go ahead, Sam.
I like your program. I like your program this morning.
Thank you.
I think you have said a lot. All of you said a lot. But I would have preferred you allow people who are feeling it to even talk about it, and that is why I'm calling.
Please go ahead.
It seems there is. I've been in Lagos for so many years. Right from 1969, I started from Oto, down to Palm Group, to K2, and then I'm now in Mowe. See, I've seen developments from street to street and so on and so forth. The speed at which Ogun State is going is less than no speed. As at the time I moved to K2, there was no single road, no single street tied. When I was in Palm Grove, only 2 streets were tied in Palm Grove. That same Palm Grove you are seeing. I told you I've been in Lagos since 1969. When you come, it seems there is a conspiracy for all the towns that are very close to Lagos for them not to be touched. Magboro, Mowe, Ibafo, what the song go and check the roads in those places. In Mowe here, that I've been here for 9 years now. There's only one street I've seen that has been tied, and there are more than 1,000 streets. Only one street has been tied in up to 1,000 streets. If 9 years you tie one street, how many years will it take you to tie 1,000 streets? Are you hearing what I'm saying? You are saying something, but you don't. Some of you don't know the point at which this thing is very bad. Abeokuta is not the only place in Ogun State. I want to say actually Ogun State is very big. But if it is big, what are the areas that people occupy that they are complaining? And maybe because people are located in Arepo, that is why they came to tie some streets in Arepo. But leave that Arepo and go to any other place and see whether there is anything. And if it is raining, you can't enter. My vehicle, when it is raining, I will not come. I will not bring it. I will not bring the vehicle in. So now I'm retired, so I'm no longer. I just stay at home. We are the one that did our roads. We are the one that bring potholes with our water. We are the one that bring. We are the one that. Which other one? Security ourselves. Where is the government? What is the work of the government? Maybe I will be the next person to be arrested. I don't know. So am I saying the truth? Look at what the person is saying before you have arrested the person. Is the person saying the truth or not? I think the press too has been very quiet on it. So in this as you have your station and another, what do you call the other, Rebo station, very close. If those two stations are shouting, I think many things should have been done. Please create a time for many people, because I'm not the only one. Allow other people to talk. God bless you all.
All right. Thank you very much for calling. We do appreciate your call, Sam. And yes, like I said, the phone lines are open. Feel free to call in. Let us know how they do you for body as regards the call, because when we continue to speak about these things, the government hears. They hear, trust me, they hear. If not, how they take care about the pastor where they go arrest. So if we not done for social media, we'll do it on, on air, and they will definitely get to hear. So please feel free to dial the numbers 07000 917 917. You can also dial 09155 917 917. In fact, we get toll-free number too, 0800 1235 917. Those are the numbers to get in touch with us this morning. You can also send us WhatsApp messages to 070 317 56537. Or better still, also dial the number 09155 9081 55917 917. Those are the numbers to get in touch with us this morning. And we're looking at the state of the roads, the bad roads that we have in Ogun State, and the governor of Ogun State coming to call his critics back in dogs. I think that's just where the issue is right now. The roads are bad, there's no doubt about it. But why coming to pour insult on top of the injury where people already get? So that's the thing. But let's know how you are feeling about this, and let's know the state of the road where you are, especially in this same Ogun State that we are in. All right, Susan, let's hear from you.
Okay, so for me, I would say that first, I want to thank Women Radio for always spotlighting issues that matter to the people, whether with their women, men, and what have you. I mean, we're amplifying the voices of many. To the Honorable Governor of Ogun State, we see you, sir. We greet you from different, on her lens. We don't basically live in Ogun State. I don't live in Ogun State, as it were. But, sir, it is wrong for you to categorically call people who are criticizing you backing dogs. It means that other leaders at different levels, when they are criticized, everyone will begin to call citizens different names and will continue to arrest different people. I don't think that is a wholesome way to treat the people that you are leading. I mean, someone comes out to say what is not right, showing proofs. We know that you are not the one going out to go and do that. We expect that as the chief security officer of the state, you would hold the works or whoever is supposed to do that to ensure that these things are done. And in all fairness, we have had people who live in those areas come out now to call and speak. I want to cite an example. Abia State. Abia State used to be a state where you need to go to Abia State and see how it was. We understand the facts because when Madam Ibinabo started, she shared light on the fact that previous governors, and I want to take it up from there, previous governors might have not done well, but he has, the moment he ascended power, he has the right to write his name in gold.
Sure.
Abia citizens, ask anybody, will tell you that in the history of Abia, and this, I'm not from Abia State, so people don't think I'm biased. No, I'm not. But I read a lot, and I have visited the state, and I know the difference between the previous governors and the current governor. If you go to that state, you will be amazed. And this is in different areas in the state, you would see tangible dividends of democracy. It does not have to be stationed. This is Lagos. I am in Lagos. Presently, I don't live here. If development only touched Ikeja, which is the capital, what will we be saying? We know that there are challenges in different areas where it's not working. It doesn't also mean that things are not working in other areas. Ogun State, as it were, I had done a research before this time because I read a lot. In the whole of Southwest, I am not Yoruba and I am not tribalistic, is more backward compared to the states in the Southwest. Please, you can do this research and find out. And so when the citizens in the states come out, it is only good and fair to look at these areas, because the citizens in these different communities are your eyes. They are your foot soldiers. You cannot be everywhere. Where my people say, where a child is crying and pointing his hand, if his maternal person is not there, his maternal person, it means that for people to come out and be saying these things, attention needs to be drawn to that area, because it might be an oversight, sir. We are not saying that you have to be in these places. We are not saying that you are the one coming out to fix this road, but you have the mandate to ask the people. Accountability and transparency is what government is about. You have to hold these people accountable. We know that you have been in power for 2 years. And 2 years, in all sincerity, is enough to ensure that each area, it might not be total, will at least attest to the fact that something is happening, but it needs to be upscaled. It needs to be upscaled. It needs to be worked upon. We do not need to, come to social media to start. You are not having back and forth with your citizens. When people come out to speak in the light, I have stated one state. There are so many. The last scholar just talked about Lagos State. He told us about how Lagos State was and how the progress has been. And now we know that previous governors from the time of Governor Amosu have done some level of improvement. And so for us, we know that government is continuous. So we expect that at this time, our dear governor will build on the gains of Governor Amosu to at least ensure that these critical places where people are spotlighting, that something is done. Because for me, it's worrisome if people come out and complain and they are called backing dogs. So I'm wondering, what of other areas of governance? What will be happening in those areas? We're just talking of the roads alone. There are other sectors of governance. What is happening in those areas? And this is me being unbiased. We are not saying that there is no improvement, but that improvement is not enough. It means that the level of success gained is less than what is expected. And it means that you would have more people throwing backlash at the government because they are not seeing what they expect from the government. So please, sir, with all due respect, so that they don't come to pick me. Yes, because now we have to be very careful. Since when people speak out, since when people speak out, they come to pick them. It is not from a place of being malicious or others. We also want to see an Ogun State that will compete with other states in the Southwest. So many improvements are happening in the Southwest. We visit most of these states. I've been to, or you have been to different states in the Southwest. And so we want to see a good level, an appreciable level of success in Ogun State. It is for Ogun State citizens and those who pay taxes, those who work there. It might not necessarily affect us, but it's our duty to spotlight these things and ensure that we bring it to your notice so that you hold those people who are supposed to do the right thing accountable. That is what all of these things we are doing is, because I think for him, it's been a lot. I also understand where, from Anthony Joshua's case, to so many other things. But all of those things are doing nothing else but reminding us that this area needs urgent attention. I am a woman with disability, and I do not want more people having accidents and joining the community. We are almost 40 million already. We don't need more people joining. Some people do not die via accidents. Some people, encounter life-threatening changes. Some acquire disabilities and they don't come out here to say. So we are the voices of these people in rural communities, people who do not even have phones that can listen to us on air. We are their voices to ensure that as an Ogun State citizen or someone who resides in Ogun State, that at least the little things that make governance what it is appreciated by Ogun State citizens. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Susan, for your thoughts on this. Yeah, Ibn Abo, let's hear from you.
Okay, in addition to what Susan has said, there was a time when there were these issues. I don't know whether it is still ongoing. Because if you observe, most of these areas are around the border towns of Ogun State and Lagos State. And there was this thing about, all the people, this has been ongoing for years, that all the people living in these areas, they all pay their taxes in Lagos State. So how do you expect us to use the tax money from people resident in Ogun State to come and, if that is the mindset, at this point, we are telling the governor, these areas are in your state. Have a proper arrangement with the governor of Lagos State, because really it came up at some point. And I want our listeners to understand that there is hardly an area in Ogun State, especially the outskirts between Lagos and Ogun, that I have not been. I don't sit in my office and then think I know what I'm talking about. I go to a lot of places, even in Ogun State. I mean, even in Ogun Central itself, you understand? And what we're able to pick was that most of the people living in these areas work in Lagos State. They pay their taxes in Lagos State. And then Ogun State. But the bottom line is, these people living in these areas voted. And some of them voted for Governor Abiodun. So those are the things, and that is, if that by any chance, I don't believe, I just decided to mention it, is part of the reasons for the slow pace of development in this area, then the governor should just remove that from his mind and do the needful and go to these areas and, do the needful, take care of things. If you feel that most of the people who live there are working in Lagos State and they are paying their taxes in Lagos State, then it is not the fault of the people who pay their taxes in Lagos. That's where they work. So there's have to be an arrangement and a sort of whatever they're going to do about it with the governor of Lagos State, so that you would not be slow at bringing development to these areas. I didn't say that is the reason, but I'm just guessing that adventure that has anything to do with it, it has to come to a stop. Why am I saying this? Because no matter what you do, if you have not touched some places and they are in the majority, people will tend to say you have done nothing. But really, the governor of Ogun State, Governor Abiodun, I have gone round, I have my facts, I cannot begin to post it on this program, but I'm telling you sincerely that he had done some things in some areas that were very bad. But we are still saying that you are still in government, you still have 2 years. In these 2 years, visit the extremities of your state, down where you share border with Lagos State, and take care of things there. Take care of the people there. They are all from Ogun State, and we need to take care of them.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Again, Mr. Governor needs to apologize. I am standing on that. You don't call people backing dogs.
Okay.
No matter what. Thank you.
All right. Thank you to Ibn Abo, and thank you, Susan. So this message is coming from Mrs. Oboli from Ikorodu, and she says, wonderful and robust conversations we are having on her length this morning. Rose, please, if you're a teacher and your pupils score 30% over 100, is that a pass or a fail? Make Governor Dr. Abiodun use in tongue, count in teeth, I beg. All right, thank you very much, Mrs. Oboli, for your message. And thank you, ladies, for being a part of this program today. Governor Abiodun, you know do well as you tag that kind, or rather use that kind name on top people who vote you. So at the end of the day, it's your responsibility to create all of this. I mean, this is like 6 years of you being in that government. You have about 2 years to go. So inside these 6 years, where you do, how far do people around here who are sharing borders with Lagos, are they feeling you? That's another thing. And let's not forget that a lot of the industries, I'm still mentioning this thing, you get plenty manufacturing industries for this same Ogun State that should make Ogun State look like a second Lagos on its own. So if if you sit down and look at Ogun very well and you are able to pick on all of these things, I'm sure that Ogun State will become as commercially viable as Lagos would be. Because what is Ogun? What is Lagos? So Ogun State should be like an extension of Lagos. But what we're seeing is quite different. That's the thing. It's quite different. And in your 6 years, if we're not seeing that, okay, development is coming around this side, then the remaining 2 years, do we have confidence that say you go finish them before you go? That's the thing. And then the next person that will come in, we're hoping that will probably do better, or might just like the saying, Shebi, people took it for the past 8 years with the former governor. Why do you expect me to not do miracles? And that's it. So we don't want this trend to continue, and we want a different Ogun State. Ogun State should be another Lagos because it has all it takes to be. It definitely has all it takes to be. All right, this is what we call it a day on the program today. Thank you, ladies, for being a part of it. Thank you to all our callers this morning. Thank you so much to each and every one of you who tuned in to listen to her. Let's do this again tomorrow, God's willing, at 9:05 a.m. My name is Rose Yusuf Kaiser. Stay with us right here.